Hello everyone, lovely to have your company today. This video has kind of been inspired by a little Nalgene bottle I've got. I'll tell you the reason why in a second. Here's some items I put together which would kind of represent the sort of things that you get in a mini survival kit. If you go and buy one, you can go and buy them online. They come in tins usually, and they got all kinds of bits in, and to be honest, most of them aren't really relevant to everyday kind of life. I was looking at this Nalgene bottle and I thought I could put some items in here which would be far more relevant. I don't know about you, but I can't remember the last time I was out going for a walk or whatever and thought to myself, well, I really need to catch some fish. Survival situation, yeah, hence it's a survival type kit, but it's not really relevant to what I want to do in everyday life. The general sections you get are fire, hunting, cutting, repairing, navigation, being able to write, medical, and cordage. A lot of this isn't really relevant, as I said, so what I'm going to do is basically push all this out of the way and kind of start again for something that's relevant for me in everyday life. The first thing I would not use would be the tin. Yeah, I know that sounds crazy, but if you think about it, compasses are magnetic, tins are made of metal. So there's a possibility that over time that little compass, being in a metal tin, is going to lose its true north direction, if that makes sense. So I need to test the integrity of this first to make sure that he points in a generally correct direction. As you can see from that, I've got a real compass and this little BCB button compass, and it's generally in north-ish. I wouldn't say it was exact, but it's near enough for what you'd probably want in an everyday situation. So we go with that. What I thought I'd do, because these are little fiddly chaps, is put him inside the lid and stick him in. And the reason for that is, if you needed to find your bearings or whatever, it's much easier to hold something larger in your hand rather than trying to fiddle around a little teeny weeny compass that you're more likely to drop and lose. Here we go. I've got some sealant here. This is like some bathroom silicone. This will do the job. Not too much. That's more than enough. I just pop them in there. Get them as level as possible. Nice and simple. He's kind of good to go anywhere you want to take him now, and he'll sit nicely in the top. Clear probably would have been better than white, but that's all I had available. The first item I would put in here would be some of Her Majesty's Finest. My way of thinking would be, if I'm out and about and I get lost and I need to catch a bus or a taxi, I would need some cash for that. These new notes are the plastic type, so it's not like they're going to rot or anything. They'd be a really good thing to put in there, and they fit beautifully. The next thing I'm going to put in there are some plasters. I don't know if you've ever been out and you've been walking along, you get a blister on your heel. maybe it's in the summer or something, you're not wearing any socks with your trainers and you get a bit sweaty and that. So plasters are really useful items, so they're going in there. And as it's a wide mouthed Nalgene bottle, I should be able to get them out no problem at all. Next thing I'm going to put in there is a whistle. This is a BCB survival whistle. Never had to use a whistle, to be honest, but if I ever had to, I think that's a good item to carry in there. Next thing I'm going to put in there is some form of lighting. I'm not a big fan of this sort of thing. They're not very powerful. Obviously this one's red as well. This is what I had lying about, so it's not going to be ideal for me. So what I did, I went out and bought one of these little low lights. It's the i3EEO S. It's cost me £10 on Amazon. This kind of fits the criteria of everything I want in a small light. A, it's going to fit in there. B, it's quite powerful. I think it's 90 lumens. And the other thing is, it runs on a AAA battery, which is much better than those little button batteries you can buy. So for me, this was a no-brainer. You don't have to use this sort of stuff. You can use whatever you've got, but for me, I thought this was a sensible kind of option. Yep, super bright for what it is. It's actually unbelievable to be able to find something of that quality and that size. So that's going in. The battery is staying separate. Essential item to go in would be a cutting tool. This one in particular, I think I got this as part of some other kind of set, so it goes to show you, you don't have to spend a lot of money. You can just use what you've got. This has got scissors, a knife and a file, and that pointy bit there, that could be used as a awl, I guess, to make a hole if you needed to. What would be your preference if you only had one? Would it be a small knife or scissors? Let me know in the comments, I'd be interested to know. Personally, I would just go with scissors. So that fits nicely in there. I almost forgot, on the medical side, I've got some plasters in there, an antiseptic wipe. This can be used obviously for like cuts and grazes if you fall over, but you can also set fire to it and make a good fire starter. So what I'm going to do is fold that up and add them in there. We're getting quite congested now. There. Another item which is really useful is a pencil. You can use it for writing, make notes if you had to, but you can also shave bits off to make fire tinder. So I'm good with that, bit of pencil. I think just about fits in there. Next category is fire. Do you go for a mini bic or matches? Well, not everybody's got a mini bic, but people usually have some matches, or you can buy a box of matches, take a few out, put them in a packet, a little bit of striking paper with them. That would be a very handy kind of item. I've never been out and needed to make fire. However, if I needed to, my top choice for tinder would be some Ranger bands. If you don't know what Ranger bands are, just get yourself an old inner tube, cut some bits off the end. These have multiple uses. They can hold things together. You can set fire to them and they burn really well. You could even put them on the outside if you wanted to. There's a whole range of things you could do with these. If you're a woman, you could tie your hair up with it. I mean, the list is endless, really. So I just keep them in a small bag, just to keep them together, and put them in the top. There we are, and we've got enough room to put the lid on. So there you have it, an everyday kit to carry around with you, which will cover pretty much all of your needs. Now the thing would be, can you get it out? You don't have to use an Nalgene bottle, by the way. Any bag or pouch or anything that you've got. This is a little pouch that I have. That would be quite useful to put bits in as an everyday carry, go in your rucksack. The choice is yours. By the way, if this video has been useful to you, then feel free to give it a thumbs up. And if you've got any ideas of what would be better to go in there, anything I've missed out, then feel free to leave comments and let me know. It's amazing what you can get in an Nalgene bottle. So there you have it. There's my take on an everyday small survival kit, which you can carry it around with you. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, you can always give it one of those. That's fine, I don't mind. If you got any ideas for things that could go in here, or anything you would swap out for an everyday situation, let me know in the comments. If you're new to my videos, just to let you know, I put out 2 videos a week. One is on Tuesdays, which is called Stove Tuesday and includes in the title. And I try to put out another video which is gonna be pretty random. It could be to do with tools, it could be to do with survival-y type stuff, it could be to do with anything, whatever I come up with. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you next time.